Hey guys, this lesson is on comparing whole numbers. And the first thing I want to talk about is our signs for comparison. So we have our equal sign, and that means that the numbers are the same. We have our greater than sign, and that means that the first number is bigger. And we have our less than sign, and that means that the first number is smaller. Now it's important to remember that we can look at our greater than and less than signs as alligators. So when I'm looking at my greater than sign, my alligator always wants to eat the bigger number. So if I have a number on the left and a number on the right, if the sign is greater than, then the alligator is going to be eating that first number, so the first number is bigger. If my alligator is facing the other way, and I have a number on the left and a number on the right, the alligator is eating the second number, which means that the first number is smaller. So that's just a review of the greater than or less than symbols that you'll need to use when making comparisons. Now we're going to look at making comparisons with numbers. There are several different ways that you can make comparisons. How many can you think of? We could write our numbers out in expanded form and compare that way. We could use our place value chart and compare that way. Either way, what we're going to be doing is looking at the value of the number in each place value and using those values to compare the numbers. So let's look at this first example problem. Students in Mrs. Allen's math class are divided into teams. Each team collects points by doing projects and playing math games. Team A has 1,347 points. And Team B has 1,295 points. Which team has more points? So my first step in figuring out which of these numbers is greater, I know that it's asking me for which one is greater because it asked for which one had more points. My first step is going to be to fill in my place value chart. So in 1,347, I know I have 7 ones, 4 tens, 3 hundreds, and 1,000. In 1,295, I have 5 ones, 9 tens, 2 hundreds, and 1,000. Now here's the trick. I always want to use the greatest or start with the greatest place value. So the greatest place value that I have is the thousands. And I'm going to start there with my comparison. Well, if I look at the thousands place, they're equal. So I know that that's not going to help me in making a comparison. Next, I'll move on to the hundreds place. When I look at the hundreds place, I have the numbers 3 and 2. I know that the number 3 is greater than the number 2, which means that the value in the hundreds place is more for Team A than it is for Team B. So I know that Team A has more points. If I were to write a comparison, it would look like this. 1,347 is greater than 1,295. The next problem that we're going to look at is the staples. We're only going to look at the boxes of staples for now, and we'll forget about the price tags just for this little bit. The first thing I need to do is draw my place value charts. So I know that I'm going to have 2 different rectangles for each number. and each of those rectangles will be divided into 3 parts. The rectangles on the right represents how many ones there are. We have the ones place, the tens place, and the hundreds place. The rectangles on the left represent the thousands. We have the thousands place, the 10,000s place, and the 100,000s place. And I'm going to fill in each of these numbers into place value. So I know that for 1,250, I have 1,000, 200s, 5 tens, and 0 ones. And I can fill in these other spots with zeros. I know that for 1,500, I have 1,000, 500s, 0 tens, and 0 ones. Now I'm going to compare the two numbers. And again, it's important that I always start with the biggest place value that I have. For these two numbers, I don't have any 100,000s or any 10,000s. So I'm going to start by comparing the 1,000s. And because the 1,000s are equal, I know that's not going to help me, and I'm going to move on to the hundreds place. When I look at the hundreds place, I see that they're different. I have the number 2 and the number 5. I know that 2 is less than the number 5, which means that 5 is bigger, which means that 1,500 is bigger than 1,250. So I know that the box with 1,500 has more staples in it. Now we're going to look at the two price tags, and we're going to draw a comparison there. So again, I'm going to start with my place value charts. And with the number 985, I have 0 100,000s, 0 10,000s, and 0 thousands, 900s, 8 tens, and 5 ones. With the number 1,402, I have 0 100,000s, 0 10,000s, 1,400s, 0 tens, and 2 ones. The biggest place value I have is the thousands, so I'm going to start by comparing those. I know that 1 is greater than 0, so 1,402 is going to be the higher price. Now I want you to try this problem on your own. There were 23,643 fans at a football game last week and 23,987 fans at the football game this week. Which game had fewer fans? When I look at this problem, I'm going to go ahead and start by making my charts. I had 23,643 last week, 23,987 fans this week. I have my ones place, my tens place, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. And I'm going to fill in. So last week, there were 0 100,000s, 2 10,000s, 3,000s, 600s, 4 tens, and 3 ones. This week, there were 0 100,000s, 2 10,000s, 3,000s, 900s, 8 tens, and 7 ones. The 10,000s is the greatest place value I have, but those are equal, and that's not going to help me. So I can move on to the thousands. Those are also equal, so that's not going to help me either. But when I get to the hundreds, they are different. I have the number 6 and the number 9. I know that 6 is less than 9, which makes 23,987 the larger number. But let's look back at what the question asked us to find. The question asked us to find which game had fewer fans. Well, what's another word for fewer? Another word for fewer is less than. So I'm looking, or less. So I'm looking for the game that had less fans. Well, I know that 23,987 is the bigger number. If I'm looking for the one that had less fans, that means I'm looking for the smaller number. So last week's game had fewer fans. So comparing multi-digit whole numbers is really easy as long as we break it down into place values.